We're joined today by Mark Hepburn, Managing Director of Castile Resources. Mark, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much for having me along, David. Appreciate it.
Operating in Tennant Creek in the Northern Territory, a good jurisdiction?
It's a great jurisdiction in that it is known as historically one of the best or richest gold and copper fields in the world. And we are finding that certainly with our deposit, that the richness within our deposit has followed on from those great Tennant Creek mines.
And talking about the deposit, there's 4 commodities that you're really focused on. Why that focus?
With our 4 commodities, we get just a diversity to our revenue streams. So as we've seen lately with this high inflationary period, we've seen gold rise in value and copper come off in value. In the expansionary period, we saw copper rally and gold come off. So we've got a natural hedge within our product mix. And added to that, we have cobalt, a critical mineral, which is obviously going to be very important for that electrified future, but also a magnetite product that we can divert from our waste stream into a revenue stream by selling it as a coal cleansing magnetite into India. So those 4 products give us great diversity.
And you're focused on downstream processing. Why is that, and why does that create the most value?
Well, it's technology that's always been there. We're not reinventing the wheel, and it adds billions of dollars to what you do as producing a commodity. Instead of producing a concentrate that you can only sell to a limited number of smelters, for us it would be in the Asian region, all of a sudden we're producing a pure copper product that we can sell to thousands of prospective customers who need it as an end user. And that's what we're finding. From the moment people have found out that we're producing the actual metal, we have received incoming calls from everywhere.
Federal government support, clearly critical minerals is high on the agenda. What does support look like, and how do you attract more support?
So that agenda of the Australian government is not just critical minerals, it's downstream processing. So all of a sudden, we're being strongly endorsed by the Australian government, and we've been invited as part of a trade mission to India because we are downstream and because we are doing the value add within Australia, and we can do it. And that support looks like such things that we're on now as the trade delegation, the Northern Territory government giving us enormous assistance in their ability to bring interest to the project. So we're getting enormous government support, but we are sitting right in the sweet spot of the federal government's, what the federal government wants to get out of critical minerals, and especially what the Northern Territory government wants to get out of critical minerals.
This is an advanced project, a PFS done. What were the highlights?
Well, for us it was that this is not necessarily a large project. It's a very manageable project at 500,000 tonnes per year. Compare that to anything else in Australia and it produces $2 billion of revenue in 8 years. So it's manageable, it's high grade, and it's very high revenue and profit. We've got a 46% IRR in this project, and we have only just begun with that 8 to 9 years. There is plenty more for us to explore and add into that infrastructure once it's up and running.
The critical question, the one all shareholders will be asking, project funding. How's that going, and what do you expect?
So, since we've been included in the Australian Critical Minerals Prospectus, we have received numerous incoming calls on how do we go about putting the project into development, and what do we need from the funding side. So we are now talking to end users of those critical minerals who will come in, and we'll be able to offer them product, and in return they'll be funding the project. So we are right in the middle of that process now. Obviously going to India as part of that, where they are incredibly short of copper, of cobalt, and obviously they can use that coal cleansing magnetite as well. So they are the type of people that we are talking to that will fund this project, and that really is the next big step for Castile.
Where to from here? What should shareholders be looking at as the key milestones to focus on?
I think we're saying as much as we can to the market about the attraction we have with the products we are producing. I mean, we're still quite a small company. We're an exploration, but a development company now as well with the project we have. And what we are seeing is the enormous attraction of our end products. And so I think what shareholders need to watch out for is, as part of the electric planet, where is the copper going to come from? Because at the moment there just isn't anywhere. So that's a very important point for people looking at our company to understand. And also, we do have that secondary element of gold. You know, at today's price of 3,000 Australian dollars an ounce, we've got $90, $100 million worth of gold on an annual basis in our project. So I think it's really is a matter of understanding and people coming to grips with without copper, there is no electrification planet.
Exciting times ahead for the company, many milestones to focus on. Look forward to following with interest. Mark, thanks for your time.
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure.